Hey guys, what's up? ¿Qué lo que? Bienvenido a mi canal. I'm gonna try to set you guys up, so 1 second. Hola mi gente, welcome to my channel. Bienvenido a mi canal de YouTube. Si es tu primera vez aquí, te doy la bienvenida. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for being here. It is lovely to see you today. Don't you look good? I see you. In today's video, I wanted to come on here. I'm in a bed, relaxed. This is obviously, este cuarto no es mío. Este cuarto es de mi prima. Hence the pink and all that, whatever. And I want to come in here today, kind of just, you know, on a relaxed, chill vibe or whatever. And I want to talk about my experience. I want to talk about my experience. Not even my experience. I want to talk about how the Spanish language has changed my life. Quiero hablar acerca de cómo el idioma español me ha cambiado la vida. Like, me ha cambiado la vida en muchas maneras distintas. De eso se va a tratar el video de hoy. If you guys are interested in hearing how the Spanish language has kind of changed my life and the things that it's been able to do for me, the places I've been able to go to, the people I've been able to meet, keep watching this video. If you're new here, I do want to go ahead y te invito a que te suscribas a mi canal de YouTube y que des clic a la campanita para que YouTube te avise cada vez que yo subo un nuevo video. Sin más preámbulo, without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get right into the maldito video. Okay. You guys are probably wondering, Demontre, how exactly has the Spanish language like changed your life, right? Cool, got it, great. It has changed my life in a lot of different ways. The first thing I want to say is that I was a little kid when I began to learn the Spanish language. I was still in elementary school. I was a little kid learning the language, and it changed the way I learned. That's crazy, right? I know it changed the way I learned in school. With me learning Spanish, I took a lot of notes, a lot of writing. I wrote everything down. I flashcards, trying to memorize everything, and that changed the way I learned. So whenever, you know, you have spelling tests or spelling words and stuff like that, it was able to help me, like, okay, write the words, flashcards, okay, memorize the words. It was kind of something that just, it helped me. It helped me in the language, but it also helped me in school. So that's one way that the language or learning Spanish has changed my life, or I guess in a way. And so now I'm really good with words and writing down words, definitions, and memorizing them. I don't know how, that has helped me. Another way that the Spanish language has changed my life is due to the amount of people that I've met in my life. So obviously you're gonna meet people wherever you go all the time, whatever. But being monolingual, you're only limited to meeting so many people, versus being bilingual, you meet twice the amount of people that you would meet just being monolingual. So learning Spanish, I've met a lot of amazing people and a lot of long-term friendships that I have currently to this day that I know for sure that I would have never been able to have had I not learned to speak español, right? So that is another way that has changed my life. Like, I've met some people that have come into my life that just, you know, some of them, they only speak in Spanish, and I would have never met them had I only spoke English, right? It's also changed my life in a way where, like, I'm kind of a teacher, right? Not only teaching the Spanish language, but I also teach English to my friends that speak Spanish. Now, obviously, you could do that without speaking the language, but it's more difficult, you know, if you're just trying to teach English, or not even trying, but you know, just are teaching English to students that don't speak it as a native language when you don't speak their native tongue, right? So it just makes it that much easier. So I also feel good when I'm able to help them to improve their English, or help them with a word or a slang word or whatever. That feels really good to me, and that's another way that has changed my life, because I'm like a teacher pretty much every day of my life. Even though I'm teaching español or inglés. It doesn't matter, every day I'm doing that, literally. Another way that Spanish has literally changed my life, and I mean literally changed my life, I don't know if a lot of you guys out there can relate, but the way I am in English now. I don't know if this has just happened just because I was so young, like I've been speaking both languages for so long, or if this is just something that happens to everybody who's bilingual or becomes bilingual. It literally, like, I'm doing it right now. Like, it's hard for me to like express myself a little bit in English, because speaking Spanish has changed my English. My brain, for some reason, it thinks in both languages. I dream in both languages, which is it's really cool, but it's really weird at the same time when you think about it. But I dream in like both languages, and my mind is constantly going, and I'm thinking in both languages. And so sometimes when I'm trying to talk or I'm trying to explain something, it takes a little more time. And for me, I hate it because it makes me feel like I'm slow. Like, it makes me feel like I'm illiterate, and I'm not, but it's like the language, it's like, I don't know, I don't want to say they're fighting each other, but Spanish does tend to want to come out more than that. And today I was somewhere today trying to get my ID done. I don't know what that's called, the D, whatever. But I was trying to get my ID changed to my name so they could spell it correctly. And I literally paused for like 10 seconds trying to think how to like say it. And the lady was like, no, you're good, take your time. And I felt really embarrassed about it, but like my brain does that. Like I don't have the words, I'm looking for them, and then I'm just like, okay, like voy a tener que hablar en español yo, porque yo no sé decir eso en inglés. And then people are like, you're faking, how do you just not know how English is your first language? It is my first language. No, I never denied that it wasn't. It is, baby. It's mi primer en inglés, pero just Spanish just tends to want to just come out more, if that makes sense. Let me know if you guys have that problem too down below in the comments, because I'm very interested to know, is that just something that happens when you are bilingual from young age, or even you guys who have 2 or 3 years learning Spanish, like does that happen to you too? Another way that Spanish has completely changed my life, or my English I would say, is the speed of it. So everybody's like, Demontra, you speak really really fast, slow down. But in Spanish we speak at a normal speed, porque el español es un idioma que habla como que es un idioma bien rápido, ¿verdad? El español. Like I feel like when I speak Spanish yo estoy hablando normal, like a una velocidad normal. Pero en inglés es like, es como si yo estuviera hablando tan rápido que la gente como que no me entiende. So like this changed my English in that way. Like it just wants to go, like I want to speak, and every time I'm talking, my grandma's like, I can't slow down. My mom was like, why are you talking so fast? And it's like I don't notice that I'm doing it until everybody's around me is saying it. But I think it comes from that Spanish, because Spanish is a faster language, because the words are more together. There's not a lot of pauses, the words just go together, they just flow. And that's really how it has changed my English, my life. Another way that Spanish has really changed my life is the amount of job opportunities that one has when they're bilingual, especially living in Texas. So I live in Texas, and there's a lot of people here that speak Spanish. You know, we're close to the border, whatever. And so being able to speak Spanish in these jobs, they're very appreciative of that. And it's just more money. They're willing to pay you more because you're bilingual. They're willing to do a lot. And whenever you're bilingual, I don't know what it is, but at least for me, I'm more like respected in a way, I guess you can say. Like being able to speak 2 languages and help twice the amount of customers or clients that come in, like I guess it's just like you're more respected. I don't know if that's just a me thing or if that's anybody, but like they just respect you more. You know, they respect you more when you're bringing in the customers, or you know, you have clientele that come in that only speak Spanish and they're not comfortable, but then they see you and then like, you know, you speak the language, they feel at home. Se sienten como si estuvieran en casa, and that makes them want to come back, and then you just bring in the revenue, you know. That's how you generar dinero. So that is how it has changed my life. Another thing how it has changed my life, it has allowed me to like open my mind and to be able to recognize that yeah, people speak English, but if their like first language is Spanish and you speak Spanish to them, the connection that you're gonna have with them is completely different. Like I remember I was in a store and I tried to help this lady, and she spoke English really good. You know, she was really good. I could tell she didn't speak as a first language because of some grammar errors and stuff in her accent, but she could speak English with no help. And just trying to help her, she was like, you know, her mood was up, but the moment I spoke Spanish to her, it's like she lit up and she was like, oh my god, like you speak. And then there was like a connection, and then she wanted to start talking about this and that and like all these different things. And that only happens whenever you're able to speak their native tongue, whenever you're able to speak their language. It's just a connection that's like instant. I don't even know how to describe it. It's like it's automatic. Like you walk into a place and you know they're, yeah, how you doing? Yeah, okay. And then you speak Spanish, you're like, oh my god, todo español, pero dónde que tú eres, manito? You know, all that. Like they're just very happy and very excited, and it makes me really feel really good. And I don't know, that's really changed my life. It's allowed me to have a more positive outlook, and I don't know, it's just it's really like changed that for me. So I'm happy that I'm able to do that. Another thing that is in a way that is going to change my life, it hasn't yet. I haven't traveled fuera del país. I haven't traveled outside the country, but I do want to go visit La República Dominicana, Puerto Rico, Cuba, Panama, etc, etc. And just to be able to go to these countries without needing a, what do you call these people? Interpreter or somebody to guide me and translate everything. Just to be able to go there to those places, that is a way that is kind of changed my life. If somebody who goes there that doesn't speak Spanish, they're gonna need a translator, they're gonna need Google, they're gonna need whatever. But I'm gonna be able to go to these places and just, you know, obviously I don't know directions or where to go, safe spots or whatever, but just when it comes to communication with the people que viven en el país, yo voy a poder comunicarme con esa gente sin ningún problema. And that makes me feel like really good. So those are a few ways in which the Spanish language has literally changed my life, and more so my English than anything, guys. Honestly and truthfully, my English is like not the best because of that, and that's okay. You know, I'm okay with that. I can still communicate, you know, I'm good, but I can hear, and it makes me feel kind of bad. And I was telling my stepmom, like, man, like I literally feel illiterate, like literally feel illiterate. But it's cool, it's whatever. So that is how el español me ha cambiado la vida, como el idioma me ha cambiado el inglés. And so yeah, I just thought I'd share that with you guys. I had somebody ask me that question. I was like, why don't I just make a video about like how it's changed my life in my English, because more people may want to know, more people may be interested. I've been getting a lot of new followers, by the way, and I thank you guys so much for joining and becoming a part of. I'm really trying my best to be consistent. It's not as easy as everybody think it is. I mean, it could be, but it's really not. You know, tan fácil como ustedes piensan, ¿verdad? Pero voy a tratar y voy a seguir tratando de publicar videos para cada uno de ustedes. Por favor, si tienen algunas sugerencias, que me dejen saber allá abajo en the comment section, por favor, para yo poder leerlas y make a video about it. If you guys have your experiences on how el idioma español ha cambiado la vida de ustedes, por favor, que me lo dejen saber allá abajo. A mí me encantaría mucho leer sus historias, leer todo eso. And like, see if there's any relatability. Si yo me puedo identificar con ustedes, si ustedes se pueden identificar ustedes conmigo. Like, I'm very interested and very curious to see and know. So please let me know down below. Like I said, if you guys can please give this video a thumbs up, comment, share this video with somebody else who you may know to have these struggles or these problems or whatever. And if you haven't already, te quiero invitar nuevamente a que te suscribas al canal, you guys hit the bell so that you can be notified whenever I upload a video. And I thank you guys so much for watching and for supporting. It really means a lot to me, those of you guys who support every single time. I love you guys so much. Los quiero, amo mucho con todo mi corazón. ¡Mua! Besos. Y los voy a ver en mi próximo video. Ahí los veo. Chao.